Good evening, one and all. I am Mr. Thomas, and I'm here to give you to usher out the evening with on an academic note. So I will be addressing a philosopher, a well-known philosopher. You all probably know of him. One of the first philosophers, perhaps even the first philosopher as we know philosophers, and one of the most well-known. I dare say everybody, certainly everybody in this room, perhaps anyone who can read would know about him. And of course, I am speaking of Socrates. Socrates, the father of modern philosophy. Everyone knows about him. But does anybody know him? No. No is the answer. Because of course, all that we know about Plato, all that we know about Socrates comes from Plato, his foremost pupil. And, well, I would not want to say anything against Plato, but he did edit what was said by Socrates, and we have no way of knowing how much he did so. So, if you read what Plato said about Socrates, it might not be telling us the whole story. There could be other things about Socrates, important things that Plato never mentioned. For instance, what if Socrates wasn't a Greek? What if? Perhaps he was something else. A Persian, for instance. Or some other contemporary ethnicity. A Jew, for instance.
A Jew?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, a Jew.
A Jew?
Why not a Jew?
Why a Jew?
Why not a Jew?
Why a Jew?
Do you have something against Jews?
Yes.
You... Shut up! Don't close your filthy mouth. Honestly. Don't make another word. Yes, a Jew, a Viking, any number of things. We don't know. We never heard him speak. He could have been...
Shut up. Feel lucky, punk. Look at me.
Why did you do that?
You felt like
I like it. Shut up! You're no soul.
I'm glad you asked that.
What?
The question is not, do I have a soul, but what is the soul? See, how can you know if I have a soul if you don't even know what the soul is? Alright, I think the soul is like a wagon pulled by two winged oxen. By a gunslinger.
Are you crazy?
It's a metaphor.
Oh!
A metaphor, you know what that is?
Yes, I know what it
So
is.
you know it needs some explanation. Alright, so, there's two winged oxen. The first one represents noble desires. You know what noble desires are? They're things like justice and honor. The second winged ox is ignoble desires. What do you think those are?
Bad desires.
Wrong! Wrong! Ain't bad desires. They're desires for things like money, food. Those are good desires.
Rum?
Absolutely, but whiskey more so, actually. So they're both not bad desires, but they both pull too far in either direction. The one ox, for noble desires, pulls too far, you get things like vigilante justice.
Like shooting people in the leg.
It's too much. There's such things like gluttony and greed.
Yes.
Which is another thing, because you look nice and got lots of money, I'm sure. So
what you did was just wrong on every level there.
you could say so.
Too far from the ground.
Shut up!
Well done.
Shut up! The gunslinger is what keeps the wagon from going all off course. The gunslinger is the reason.
Oh! Plato's metaphor allegor of the soul, of course.
Son,
With the
son.
chariot and the
Son, shut up. Who do you think I am, anyway?
Socrates. Right, yes, Socrates is an American gunslinger.
You have a problem with that?
That's completely implausible. There were no Americans in his time.
Shut up!
Is that why you were soft too? Socrates.
I love him! So anyway, I was just saying.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
What's your problem?
I was examining this history
With
in the books, and I was reading, and I was finding that this seems to be be under closer examination an illusion.
What?
Of some kind. So,
An illusion? I'm an illusion or something?
You are not here, so and he would not be dead in that case, Caesar. So yes, I was a bit doubtful about that whole situation. So.
Thank you, Descartes.
Oh, no problem. See you on Monday.
Yes. That's a less plausible speculation to be making about Socrates. Clearly impossible. Yes. But yes, we can speculate about other things. Especially, actually, if you read Plato's works very carefully and try to read between the lines, you can pick things up every now and again. For instance, I was just reading the Apology the other day. You're all familiar with that, of course, so I won't. No context necessary. At some point, Socrates says, and I quote, just a moment, sorry. He's speaking this to his prosecutors, obviously. He said, they ought to have been ashamed of saying this because they were sure to be detected as soon as I opened my lips and displayed my deficiency. My deficiency? What could that mean? Perhaps it refers, of course, to his foolishness, which he avows several times. That's one of the things he does best, saying he's a fool. Yes, he does like that. But it could also refer to something else. For instance, if he was of another ethnicity, perhaps it was yes, like a speechhead. A call. Yes, something like that. Or a stutter or this. Yes, anyway, but what I'm getting at is that we know very little about Socrates. There's maybe not quite that much room, but a lot of room for speculation. And beyond the fact that he was an inquirer, always has to keep probing questions that are... Yes, and he received answers such as, I don't think I have the cipher in here. Things like, piety is that which is loved by the gods. That's a perfectly lucid answer. You couldn't object to that.
Oh, yes, we could. That's truth. Give to us. Nasty Boris. You are only given the properties of piety. That's what it is. Piety is not holy because it is loved by the gods. It is loved by the gods because it is holy. What is it?
I don't know. What is it? You tell me.
Mercedes is of business.
Business indeed.
It's a gods in its pockets.
Oh yes, actually I was going to bring this out a little bit later. This is a copy of your impeachment, your court summons. Yes, his court summons. You see, Socrates was called to court for corrupting the youth, allegedly. You were too wise for your own good.
No, we can't.
Nasty little
Can't say this or Cecil's too bad. Rotten oracle. No, but the truth would be our friend. The truth betrayed us.
Yes, this psychological bifurcation is something else that could have been something that Socrates had. If you read some of the works of if you read some of the things that Plato wrote about Socrates, sometimes it seems like we're looking at two completely different people. It's possible, perhaps, Socrates suffered from some sort of split personality, schizophrenia, some variety. No! What am I saying? That's ridiculous. Get out of here. Go. I don't think we need you any longer. You've been a very interesting object lesson, but I think we can go on without you, so just move along, why don't you?
What did you say?
I said, go away. Get hence.
What you me? Socrates. I invented philosophy. Because of me. We have knowledge and truth because of me.
No, that's not true. You're not Socrates. Please go. Leave.
No,
Leave.
no.
Leave now. And never come back. Out. Filthy creature. Ugh. Oh, weirdos here tonight. All night. Anyway, yes. That's things that we could say about Socrates. I suppose what this is demonstrating is we shouldn't try to go too far. We mustn't lose sight of the essentials. The essential qualities of Socrates, his inquiring mind, the questions he was always asking.
Oi, mate.
Shut up, I'm talking. Have I got any... What?
You got any more?
Not those kinds of questions! Are you trying to be Socrates too? Those are the kinds of questions he asked. He asked profound questions, philosophical questions.
Was that Socrates? I have his socks.
No, you listen to me. You listen to me.
I'm sorry.
Filthy vagrant. Those were the kinds of questions Socrates asked. Asked philosophical questions, life-changing questions that penetrate to the essence of humanity.
But why is the rum gone?
Sit down. I don't know anything about Socrates.
You.
What?
What are you talking about?
Socrates! Socrates! I just said everyone knows about him, therefore you must... Oh, so you don't know.
Wait. Socrates.
Yes, Socrates.
I remember him.
Don't touch me.
Soccer. He was that guy.
Yes,
with,
the philosopher.
With, Euclid.
You think... What did you just say? That was... Don't say that! Oh, that word is very, just go away, go! Sit down.
Sit down.
I know more about...
talking about life.
I know more about Socrates than you do. I do too. What do you know about Socrates that I don't then?
Well, do you know any of his jokes?
Jokes? It's jokes!
Do you?
No. Yes, what about his comedy routines, his vaudeville career? No! He doesn't tell jokes!
He has questions, doesn't he?
Not those kinds of questions. What jokes did he ask then? Tell a joke.
What did Zeus say to Narcissus, right?
Touch
What
me.
did he say?
What did he say? Get away from me!
He said, watch yourself.
That's you don't make a bad Socrates after all. Oh dear, that's... What are you drinking?
Rum. No, wait. Hemlock. Oh, last.
Well, yes, in conclusion then, we don't know anything about Socrates, and neither did he. Thank you.